In Hinduism, the goddess Tara is the second of the DASA MAHAVIDYA'S, or the great wisdom goddesses, and she is a form of Adishakti, the tantric manifestation of Parvati. Her most famous center of worship is the temple and the cremation ground of Tarapitin in West Bengal, India, and her most famous forms are Ekajata, Ugratara, and Neela Saraswati. She is also described as the form in the Atharva Veda. The Atharva Veda is the knowledge storehouse of Atharva Vanas, the procedures for everyday life. The text is the fourth Veda, but has been a later addition to the Vedic scriptures in Hinduism. Here, her Bhairava avatar is described as Akshobhya in the Todala Tantra because she drank the deadly halahala poison without agitation. According to the Swatantra Tantra, Tara protects her devotees from difficulties, dangers, and so she is also known as Ugratara. The goddess is all pervading and also manifests in the earth. A devotee who attains success in her mantra is said to get the ability to create poems and get complete understanding of all the Shastras and attain moksha. The system of Tara is probably an amalgamation of the systems of Bhima or Neela near Odiyana, which has Buddhist and probably Toitsi influence. Some of the forms of the deity, like Mahachi Kinakramatara, also known as Ugratara, are worshipped in both Hindu and Buddhist systems. Her sadhana, dedication, described by Saswata Vajra, which is included in the Buddhist collection of sadhanas, is also called as Sadhana Sapta Pancha Siksha, which was incorporated due to its tantric manual. Tara is mentioned in the Devi Bhagavata Purana, where it is said that her favorite place is China, and also the Swarvoshira Manu worshipped the deity on the banks of the Kalindi river. She is also attested in the Kalika Purana, often described in these chapters as a fierce deity holding Kartri, Khadga, Chamara, or Indivara, that is, a knife, sword, fly whisk, and lotus, and a single mated braid over her head. She is dark in complexion, tall with bulging belly, wearing tiger pelts, with her left foot on the chest of a corpse and her right foot placed on a lion between the thighs of the corpse. She has a terrifying laugh and is fearful. The goddess Kshinakanta is also considered a form of Tara, is in the Kalika Purana, also is dark and a single braid and is pot-bellied. The deity's scriptural sources of tantric worship, including the Tantritara and the Brahmanamala, indicate the various tantric compendia. These sources of worship are often consulted in tantric lineage that practice the worship of Tara. Kali and Tara are similar in appearance. They both are described as standing upon a supine corpse, sometimes identified with Shiva. However, while Kali is described as black, Tara is described as blue. Both wear minimal clothing. However, Tara wears a tiger skin skirt, while Kali wears only a girdle of severed human arms. Both wear a garland of severed human heads. Both have a lolling tongue which looks very fearful, and blood oozes from their mouths. Their appearances are so strikingly similar that it is easy to mistake one for the other. Tara is shown standing in the Pratyalida stance. Here, Bhairava is Akshobhya, a form of Shiva who is in the form of a Naga, coiled around her matted hair. She wears a crown made of 5 skulls, connected with plates of bones. The 8 forms of Tara are attested in the Mahatantra, quoted in the Tantric Compendium Tantrasara. The names are Ekajata, Ugratara, Mahogra, Kameshwari Tara, Chamunda, Neela Saraswati, Vajratara, and Bhadrakali. According to a popular belief, she came into existence from a tear of Avalokiteshwara, which fell to the ground and formed a lake. Out of its waters rose up a lotus, which on opening revealed the goddess. Like Avalokiteshvara, she is a compassionate, surrounding deity who helps people cross the shore. She is the protectress of navigation and earthly travel, as well as the spiritual travel along the paths of enlightenment. She is believed to be an incarnation in every pious woman, and the 2 wives, who are believed to be a Chinese princess and a Nepali princess in Buddhist king of Tibet. She is profoundly worshipped there. She is generally shown with a 3rd eye. Tara is also sometimes shown with eyes on the soles of her feet and the palms of her hand. Sometimes she is also called Tara of the seven eyes, a form of goddess popular in different cultures. The green Tara, the Sanskrit word Shamayam Tara, was believed to be an incarnated by a Nepali princess. She is considered by some to be the original Tara and is the female consort of Dhyani Buddha, one of the self-born Buddhas. And she is generally shown seated on the lotus throne with right leg hanging down, wearing an ornamental of Bodhisattva and holding the closest blue lotus in the Tibetan culture. The reason we mention Buddhism and Tibetan worshippers here is because Goddess Tara is worshipped in both Hinduism and Buddhism as the goddess of compassion and protection. Hindus believe that she is a form of the goddess of compassion and protection. In Hinduism, she is also known as Shakti. The name comes from the Sanskrit root tar, meaning protection. In other Indian languages, the name translates as star. In some traditions, she is in fact considered the female Buddha. Tara is the second of the 10 great wisdom goddesses. She protects those who are on a journey to enlightenment as well as earthly travelers. The best known version of her are White Tara, the embodiment of compassion and peace, and Green Tara, who is the great protectress, all overcomer of obstacles.